Choosing a HDB home is not a simple chore. You have to consider things like the price, the location, and maybe even the Feng Shui. If you happen to choose a unit with good Feng Shui, it definitely will help you to feel more peaceful, lucky, and comfortable to live in. So today's video, I am going to share some of my personal Feng Shui tips. These are based on my personal experience, and I believe you will find them helpful. The first most important tip is about sunlight. Why is sunlight very super important? Because a bright home feels more lively and cheerful. In Feng Shui, sunlight brings in the yang energy, which is good for health and for your mood. If your flat unfortunately is dark all the time, it can make you feel dull and heavy and could even cause some depression feelings for you. And the next thing is, it will be even better if your window is facing the southeast direction. Why the southeast direction? This is because the sun rises here, and so you will get more gentle morning sunlight, which is great for energy and could also help to keep the home fresh and dry. On another hand, you may also have to take note about harsh afternoon sun. This is because harsh afternoon sun can also create excessive yang energy, and this could lead to heat-related problems in your home, which can make you feel quite hot. So if this is the problem, you can consider getting window treatments or window filters to resolve this. The second important tip is to always check the surroundings. Before you decide to choose the unit, it is a good idea to walk around the area. Is your unit near to a rubbish bin chute center or a noisy machine room? Places like rubbish bin chute centers can bring in bad energy. In Feng Shui, we call all this bad energy known as sha qi. Sha qi can disrupt the flow of qi, and this could affect the health and prosperity of the place that you are living in. So no matter how your home unit, whether does it look nice on the inside or outside, I believe the outside will really matters. If your home is near to rubbish bin chute, it can also have got other problems like smell or also pests like cockroaches or ants, and they could come into your unit easily. So the best advice for you is to always try to skip these units that are near to such areas. The next most important tip is to always try to go for higher floor. Why should you always go for higher floor? It's because you can avoid things like the lampposts or any sharp building corners or busy roads that are pointing straight towards your door or towards your window. And in Feng Shui, as I mentioned previously, these are also known as sha qi. The advantage of living higher floor is that it tends to be quieter and you get better airflow and also have fewer pest problems like mosquitoes and cockroaches, and this definitely helps to keep your home clean and peaceful. Let me show you an example here in this drawing. So in this drawing here, you see that there is a HDB flat that has got a few floor units, level 1 to maybe level 10, and then outside next to this HDB flat is a building which have got some sharp corners, and so these sharp corners, they actually look like knife, and if they happen to be pointing towards your unit, this is where sha qi could affect your unit. It just feels as if like these sharp corners are knife pointing towards you. But the situation will change if you are living a higher floor where you will avoid this building with the sharp corners. So my personal advice, if your budget can allow you, please always go for a higher floor unit. And the next tip is going to apply to a situation where you are buying a resale flat. That is to look out for clutters that don't just belong to you, but also belonging to your neighbors. This is very common in HDB flats. Some neighbors like to leave things outside their home door. It could be things like shoes, furniture, bicycles, or even like this one here, you see that there's a lot of PMD machine. And I believe we have all read on newspapers before that there are lots of these PMD fire that is happening. So this is also a potential fire hazard. But what I want to say is that a corridor that is full of clutter will always block energy flow. And this energy flow could also affect your own unit. Always remember, messy, untidy clutter will always block qi. Even if your own home unit is neat and tidy inside and outside, the excessive messiness in the shared corridors or stairwells could affect the overall energy of the entire block. There is one more interesting observation about people who have clutter, whether is it in their home or outside their home unit. Most of these people, if you observe, they tend to be very negative in a sense that they may be struggling financially, emotionally, being overwhelmed, and may be going through tough times, like for example, they don't have stable jobs or they are just struggling a lot. And on the other hand, if you observe people whose home are neat, tidy and clutter-free, you might tend to notice that most of these people are stable, they have got a stable job, career, and are not having financial worries. They tend to be more calm and more positive. And anyway, this is just an observation which may not be 100% accurate, but I believe it applies in most situations. So that's why if you are buying a resale flat unit, maybe it is good to take a moment to observe your neighbors, especially the corridor. If the whole block where you notice most of the neighbors are messy and chaotic and have lots of clutter, then this might not be the best environment for you. So as a wrap up, these are some of the simple things that you can do to check when choosing your HDB flat, whether is it a BTO unit or whether is it a resale flat unit. You don't need to be a Feng Shui master, you just need to be observant, trust your gut, and look for a unit that feels good for you when you step in. And one last thing to remember is that there is no such thing as a 100% perfect Feng Shui home. Every home will definitely have got some imperfections, flaws here and there. Most importantly is to always try to stay positive. This is because your mindset also plays a very big role here. Positivity can help you overcome even small Feng Shui issues and bring more peace into your life. That's all for this video today. Thank you for watching.